Narcissists will bait you into arguments and conflict and disputes. What the narcissist does is they take something that was very innocent, very pure, something that wasn't even with malicious intent that you have done. They take it and they villainize it. They take it and they basically come start an argument with you and accuse you of doing something that wasn't even true. They will accuse you of doing something to get at them or to slight them in some way or to hurt them in some way or to just make them feel bad in some way. But the thing is, a couple of things are happening. Remember that narcissists are very insecure and they need validation, they need love, and they hate rejection, and they internalize so many things. So that is why they project outwardly that internalized, feelings that they have about certain situations because of their insecurity. They are not secure within themselves, so they think that people are doing things to spite them and to come after them. And what they'll do is they'll take that and they'll come to you and they'll accuse you of doing this to them when all of this is in their head. They're confused in their own mind, so they project all of that confusion onto you. Because a person that is secure within themselves, they are not going to take personal what someone else does in their life when it has nothing to do with them. But narcissists are so grandiose and they have such this huge ego that they feel like everyone else around them, that everyone revolves around them. And that if they are not the center, if they are not accommodated, if they are not thought of, they feel it's an attack to their ego. It feels an attack on their character. And you'll notice that even when you're having conversations with them and they bait you into an argument and you're trying to plead your case, they're not hearing you, because what they want is they just want to be able to be proven right that what they're thinking is real. That's why they continue to argue with you down and like, no, you did this on purpose. No, you did do this. And you're saying it wasn't even like that. This is what it was. They don't want to hear you because their mind already made up in their brain that what you did was intentional and it was malicious and it was cynical and it was to spite them. And you were not even thinking about that to begin with, but that's what they think in their mind. And they want you to admit that because they got to be right about everything. They want to be right about things that they are wrong about. Make it make sense. It's like their mind is telling them, like, I'm right about this because this person did this to me. So yes, this is right. Tell me I'm right. And they can't handle not being right, even when they're wrong. And it's frustrating because while you are pleading your case, they are not willing to hear you out. They are not wanting to believe what you are saying. They don't think that what you're saying is true. So you're sitting here fighting for your truth and they are fighting for the lie. They're fighting to prove that their lie is right while you are fighting to prove that your truth is the truth. It's a waste of time and it's a waste of energy. Let them believe what they want to believe and don't waste your energy arguing with somebody. So narcissists bait you into arguments. I made a video about that and it's in the description below. But I want to go ahead and give you a quick story time of what inspired this video. Okay, so you see the person here in the middle with the print, with the dress on, with the Marvel characters on it. This is what the story is inspired by because this is the person I dealt with. I really don't give a fuck at this point because y'all made me suffer in silence for all those years. So now I'm going to come out and speak my truth because y'all never should have came to me the first place. Anyway, so basically what happened is when I was in college, I was in a sorority and my line sisters, my group, they were like huge narcissists and I was a scapegoat of the group and they made my entire experience a living fucking hell. So anyway, what happened is there was one day, now the girl in the white pants, it was her birthday, right? Her birthday, early May. So what happened is I went over to girl in the white pants. We went over to her house and there was another one of our sorority sisters, one of our pro fights that came over as well. The two of them went out to a club. I was underage. I wasn't even 21 at the time. So I basically was like the designated driver. Like I dropped them off and then I picked them up and everything. And then we all went back to the girl in the white pants apartment. We was all just chilling. We had we smoked a little bit. We smoked a lot actually. And then we all kind of just crashed. When you in college and it's a weekend, y'all would just crash at somebody's house, whatever happened. So the very next morning, all three of us, it was me, girl in the white pants, and our pro fight. We wake up in the morning and and it was the girl in the white pants. It was her birthday that day. So she's like, all right, girl, happy birthday. What you want to do? And she like, y'all want to go out to breakfast? Cause I'm hungry. I'm like, all right, cool. Boom, let's do it. And it was kind of like a last minute thing. We really was just going to slip on our clothes and then going out to breakfast. So what happened is that we go out to breakfast and as we sitting there, it's just us three. And then girl in the white pants invited one of her guy friends to come. And then he came and chilled with us. Innocent things, stuff like that happens. You just impulsively decide to do something. You don't think anything of it. So when they had watched our stories and they had saw that that's where we were, that's when the girl in the Marvel dress got inside the group chat and started going off on me, accusing me of sliding the rest of the ship, of intentionally not inviting everybody else. And I should have thought about everybody. I should have got in the chat and said, you all should come and invite everybody. And it's basically like narcissists will get mad at you for not doing what they thought you should have done in the situation, and then they shame you for it. And she did this in front of everybody, trying to call me out, trying to out me in front of everybody, because she wanted other people to be in agreement with her. She wanted other people to back her up with it. But it's like, how insecure can you be where you think that somebody doing something like that is personal to you when it's not even like that? But because they're triggered and that's what their mind is telling them, that's what they think is going on. And it didn't matter how many times I played my case and told her it wasn't even like that and explained the situation, over-explained, they still don't want to hear you. So quit wasting your time, because they want to argue just to argue. I believe all narcissists have problems with acceptance from their parents or people they really want acceptance from, and they cannot get that, so that's why they retaliate. Very, very true. I agree. And it shows that what's happening here is that they are being triggered. They are wounded. Some type of childhood wound is triggering in their system. And instead of them dealing with it on their own, they're not strong enough to do that. So they have to go to their scapegoat, their punching bag, and throw all of that energy onto them, because they are not strong enough to deal with the energy at first hand. They take the slightest things as a huge blow to their ego, because the narcissists have very, very fragile egos. And it does not matter what you try to say to them to try to rectify the situation. If their ego is bruised, their ego, their flesh is not going to hear anything. It's only going to hear what it wants to hear. And until it hears what it wants to hear, it's going to continue to argue. That's why you have to stop wasting your breath. And they got to learn it. They can't always have their way.